Hey guys, my name is Rafael Jesus and I'm here to tell you why did I buy this guitar and not just a Fender or Squier Telecaster. Not to mention any other of the Telecaster shaped guitars that exist in this world and could have been a better option. So my thought process was, I'm going to buy the guitar that gives me the best bang for the buck, which is an expression that I'm not quite sure it means, but I think I'm pretty close on what it means. So it's a better guitar that I can buy for the less amount of money. And for $399, I don't think I did a bad choice. This is a Chapman ML3 traditional standard. So traditional means it's a traditional design with two single coil pickups, and standard means it's not the pro range. So Chapman at the beginning of this year launched 29 guitars or something like that, and they did the pro range that has better woods and processes and hardware, and it's made in Korea. And then the standard range, which is also very good, and it's all handmade. It has good hardware, but it's not as good, and it's cheaper to make, and it's made in Indonesia, which is a great country. I have nothing against Americans are like, oh, it's an import. Mate, in the UK they don't make barely guitars. I'm from Portugal. I don't care if it's made in Cyprus, as long as it's a good guitar. And this guitar has a lot of features that the Fender Mexico standard doesn't have, which is the terms of comparison that I'm using. And first of all, this one is £100 cheaper. Second of all, it has a reverse headstock that I like, because the tension on the higher strings is better suited for the tuning pegs that are right here. It has rolling trees. It doesn't have a plastic finger around the truss rod adjuster. It's all wood. It has a lubricating nut. It has rolled fret ends, although sometimes in some places they could be a bit more rolled, but you can pay for a fret stressing that most guitars need either way. The frets are comfortable on the top. They don't hurt your hand when you slide. It has a bolt-on neck that is slightly tilted towards the neck, which makes it more comfortable, that the Telecasters don't have. They just have that block of wood. And then all the other ergonomic changes that they've done, like this bit here that is all curves and better access. These beads over here that you can see, it's like tilted so the edge doesn't go against your arm. This belly cut around here that's more comfortable against your ribs so it doesn't hurt. The binding that looks so nice and sexy, and it's like matches the rest of the look of the guitar. The metal knobs, the switches. I took this control plate inside. It's proper electronics. It's not tiny pods. It's normal sized pods. The door is opening because cats want to come in because they're a pain to deal with. The strap locks are nice and big, and probably they hold straps very well. Cats. I'm going to take them apart. See? I was not lying. And now he's going to come onto my lap. Yes. On the video, Oliver. What can I do? Sound-wise, some people say guitars need to have some quality tone, some good tones, and I agree with those people. The tone knob, which is this one, it does things, alright? Some tone knobs, you move them up and down, and it's like, I could pretty much just leave it all on. No, it changed the sound to a mellow, darker tone into a brighter, crisp tone. And the jargon is impeccable. The volume works pretty well as well. Increases the volume, decreases the volume, high and low, amazing. Switch selector, switches, pickup selections, amazing. Brass saddles, they look nice. Are they nice? I don't know, probably. String through body, what does it mean? It means it's more stable. It means it's easier to change strings. Another cat. And that's very much the majority of the reasons why I decided to buy this guitar. And it looks nice, and it feels comfortable, and I like it. And don't buy it just because it's made by Rob Chapman. Well, it's not made by Rob Chapman, but because Rob Chapman created the company. Buy it because you feel like you want it. And the thing about this guitar is it feels like they took the original design of the Telecaster and what? The other thing is it doesn't have a pickguard. I don't like plastic generally, so if I can take plastic out of guitar, it's great. How can we improve on an established vintage design? All right, this is not replacing the Telecaster. Fender didn't say we're not making Telecasters anymore. Rob Chapman figured out the formula. From now on, it's only ML3s. No, it's not. That's not the case. Okay, these guitars are their own thing. Like even the neck, it's slimmer, it's flatter, it feels different. It's not. It sounds like a Telecaster. It looks similar to a Telecaster, but it's not a Telecaster, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing for Chapman because it doesn't get into lawsuits. It's a good thing for customers because it gives us more options. And I'll probably will never buy a Telecaster because of all the reasons that I said before. It's a very cheap guitar to make, the Tele, with the pick guard and the plastic and the bolt-on hex and all that standard parts that Fender has been making for years. But they sell it for £500, and I'm like, I don't feel like that. For £500, I'd rather buy a PRS. Probably I couldn't. The PRS standard is made in the same factory than this one. So I'd rather buy the Chapman ML2, for example, which has has humbuckers, but that's not Telecaster. I'll buy something else for £500. I'll buy this guitar and something else, like pay a bill. Huh? What about that? Insurance for 1 month in the car. Amazing. So these are the reasons why I bought this guitar. In the meanwhile, my cats decided that I'm very comfortable to sleep in, and if cats trust me, I think you should trust me too. This is the best opinion on the internet, and most likely the only one that you'll find, because the only person that I've seen with this guitar, besides Rob Chapman, it's a Spanish guy. And unless you speak Spanish, like I fluently do, because I'm Portuguese, and we Portuguese understand Spanish, and Spanish do not understand the Portuguese. But unless, for now, it's the best that you can have. Alright? Be happy with it. And I've been rambling on for almost 7 minutes now. So thank you very much for watching. And see you next time, whenever that is. And I'm going to now just move this arm and see my cat be annoyed at me and end this video. Cheers. Bye.